blessing. Embrace your blessing. Appreciate your blessing. Manifest your blessing. Yeah. Take your blessing. Embrace your blessing. Appreciate your blessing. Manifest your blessing. Yeah. Lord of mercy, oh. Thanks for your blessing, oh. Yeah. Lord of mercy, oh. Thanks for your blessing, oh. Yeah. Lord of mercy, oh. Thanks for your blessing, oh. Yeah. My kaka, ya umbasawe. Do for me, oh. My kaka, ya umbasawe. Tato. Aizibo. Lebani suo. Take your blessing. Embrace your blessing. Appreciate your blessing. Manifest your blessing. Yeah. Take your blessing. Embrace your blessing. Appreciate your blessing. Manifest your blessing. Yeah. Lord of mercy, oh. Thanks for your blessing, oh. Yeah. Lord of mercy, oh. Thanks for your blessing, oh. Yeah. Lord of mercy, oh. Thanks for your blessing, oh. Yeah. Today, I'm starting my day off. Give thanks to the old man. Shower me with blessing. Everything compressing. You flourish me with more. Your blessing, yeah. Take your blessing. Embrace your blessing. Appreciate your blessing. Manifest your blessing, yeah. Lord of mercy, oh. Thanks for your blessing, oh. Yeah. Lord of mercy, oh. Thanks for your blessing, oh. Yeah. Lord of mercy, oh. Thanks for your blessing, oh. Yeah. My kaka, ya umbasawe. Do for me, oh. My kaka, ya umbasawe. Tato. Aizibo. Lebani suo. Take your blessing. Embrace your blessing. Appreciate your blessing. Manifest your blessing. Yeah. Take your blessing. Embrace your blessing. Appreciate your blessing. Manifest your blessing. Yeah. Lord of mercy, oh. Thanks for your blessing, oh. Yeah. Lord of mercy, oh. Thanks for your blessing, oh. Yeah. Lord of mercy, oh. Thanks for your blessing, oh. Yeah. Today, I'm starting my day off. Give thanks to the old man. Shower me with blessing.
Oh God.
Everything compressing. You flourish me with money. Anything I want, you will do it for me. Thank you for everything in my life. Thank you for the good. Thank you for the bad. Everything happen for a reason. Son a blessing. Son a lesson. Take your blessing. Embrace your blessing. Appreciate your blessing. Manifest your blessing. Yeah. Take your blessing. Embrace your blessing. Appreciate your blessing.
Me, a Bagana in a race. I will now vote. Yes. Because number one, we pray, we vote for the mayor, we throw it there. We can't see the party is not to us. They say they real for us. They were coming for us. Kupa was there. Oh, Yama Bologna was getting our 81%. They say the boss coming for us. They thought we can hear again. They say, oh, how they put them on a joy and communicate. Then I'm Molu. Why you so kind? Won't eat Kesawa. We will eat it with us. So today, Molu, you cannot speak on the people that last year to do. When you were not getting that was hearing, CDC, everything again. Anything Anything we look at that. So today, Moruba, he can't give for. So if that be a card to watch it, yes, he can't wait. For this coming election, Papa, don't let a society. We the grown people, our eyes open. Everybody carry social worker. Me, a Bwagana in a race. I will not vote. Yes. Because number one, we vote for the mayor who throw in there. We can't see Kinshasa, the party is not to us. They say they are for us. They were coming for us. Kupa was there, oh, Yama Bologna was getting away 1%. They say the boss coming for us. They thought we can hear again. They say, oh, how they put them on a joy and communicate. Then I'm Molu. Why you so kind won't eat Kesawa? We will eat it with us. So today, Molu, you cannot speak on the kitchen of last year to him. When you were not hearing, that was hearing city place. Everything like that. Everything we looking at that. So today, Molu, he can't give for. So if that be a card to watch it, yes, he can't wait. For this coming election, Papa, don't let a society. We the grown people, our eyes open. Everybody carry social worker. Me.
What happened? That's my question. That's my question I have today. What happened? Yes. What happened to our grandfather money that Stanton collected? What happened to it? Number one, three question. What happened to our grandfather?
I mean, you're something on loud. You're something on loud.
It's off. I off it. I reduce it, my man. I didn't know. It happened by mistake.
It's still on.
I heard not from the computer. No other thing on here. Just
What happened? That's my question. That's my question I have today. What happened? Yes. What happened to our grandfather money that Stanton collected? What happened to it? Number one, three question. What happened to our grandfather hospital case? The operator on our grandfather that messed up. That's one case. Number two, what happened to our grandfather nursing home case? They didn't take care of our grandfather good, and something happened at that nursing home. The Papa had sore all his body. Papa's situation was worse. Something happened at that nursing home. That was a nursing home case. What happened to that case? Also, what happened to our grandfather life insurance? We're not talking about Stanton made stories. We're talking about true story. What that true story? What we want facts. We don't want no story that Stanton made up. We want to know what happened with these cases. Matter of fact, two cases and one life insurance. I call it life insurance case. What happened to that? We need answer. You brought small money in Upper Darby. These things were hiding from some of us until it was revealed that all your money you get, all that money that Stanton get, that from the Papa, if the Papa wasn't going to have that situation he had, and if the Papa wasn't going to die.
Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf, thank you for joining me on Upfront. It's been more than a year since you left office as president of Liberia. You came into power off the back of a peace deal, that followed decades of war and violence and coups. You ended your mandate with Liberia's first successful democratic transition in 73 years. You're the first woman to lead an African nation, a Nobel Peace Prize winner. And yet some might say you've been more popular abroad than you have been at home. What do you say to them?
Well, you know, I think if one really went around the country, where I spent a lot of time going into rural areas, being able to work with farmers and rural women and traders, and you know, I found that I was very well connected with them. But also, if in the city, some of the positions I took were maybe not popular, then that's fine. But I also know that I had to be out there in the global community, being able to mobilize the support for Liberia, being able to restore Liberia's creditworthiness, being able to make sure that the partnership that we needed, you know, was put in place to enable us to achieve our development goals. I'm very happy with what I was able to do.
When you became president in 2005, you pledged a war on corruption. You called it, quote, a national cancer and, quote, public enemy number one. But then you yourself were hit with a variety of scandals, your government, and you later said you, quote, underestimated the cultural roots of corruption. But surely Liberian culture isn't to blame for corruption. Liberian politicians, such as yourself and others, are to blame for corruption.
Well, let me tell you, politicians are part of the culture. Politicians are part of the value system.
But it sounds like you're blaming the public, the country, for the actions of politicians.
I'm not blaming anybody. No. I think you're just talking without listening. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying dependency, dishonesty came part of the Liberian culture over the many years of deprivation. The institutions to fight corruption were not there.
You mentioned the institutions, and yet you did have an independent corruption watchdog, the General Auditing Commission, which found 20 government ministers, accused 20 government ministers of corruption, and you failed to prosecute any of them. Why?
Well, let me tell you something. All of those reports were sent to our Liberia Anti-Corruption Agency. They were also sent to our legislature. We organized a particular unit in the presidency to be able to look at all of those cases and to be able to send them forward to the Ministry of Justice wherever they thought prosecution was necessary.
So why weren't they prosecuted?
Well, because our system is like that. If you want to really understand Liberia, you need to dig a little bit deeper. You need to understand our culture, our values, our systems. And the way to tackle it is not always to just make a whole lot of noise about it, but to quietly build those institutions that are going to be long-lasting.
What is it about your country's institutions and values and culture that led you to appoint 3 of your sons and your sister to top government positions? Something that led to your fellow Liberian Nobel Peace Laureate, Lema Bowie, to resign from her post as head of Liberia's Peace and Reconciliation Commission. Does she not understand Liberian culture or institutions?
No. Let's put it this way. First of all, when I took office, if you're talking about one of my sons was always in place a couple of administrations before I took place, and I didn't fire him. Yes, I didn't think it was necessary to do so. If you're talking about the others where I needed a specialized skill to be able to achieve our objective of trying to mobilize the resources to tackle our major development programs, that's what I did. And frankly, will you please look around today at some other countries that have found themselves perhaps in similar position and have been able to put in place those particular relatives close to them
Which countries are those?
They could trust? I'll leave that to you to do your research on.
Well, I've done my research. The British Prime Minister hasn't appointed any family members. The Canadian Prime Minister hasn't appointed any family members. The French President hasn't appointed any family members. The German Chancellor hasn't appointed any family members. I could keep going, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Good for them, is that all?
Well, you were saying look at other countries. I'm saying it's not a common practice for presidents or prime ministers, certainly not in democratic nations, to appoint a bunch of family members to run various institutions.
Well, look, let me put it this way. We're really gone beyond this now. You know, let's deal with the real issues of Liberia. Let's
okay.
deal with how we can help this country to succeed.
You say let's deal with Liberia's real issues. No. You said you appointed family members for specialized skill sets. Your son, Robert Sirleaf, was appointed chairman of Liberia's national oil company. That company went bankrupt and $30 to $40 million US disappeared. What special skill set did he bring to national oil company?
No. First of all, let me just say, what you just said is a blatant lie. L-I-E, lie. You go look at the records. There is nothing about that company going bankrupt.
So there were no problems at all at National Oil Company?
The National Oil Company ran into because the two companies that were trying to exploit for oil, ExxonMobil and Chevron, could not find oil. They pulled out, and that meant that this company could not continue. It's as simple as that. And the record is clear on
How about the Liberia Central Bank? You appointed your son Charles Sirleaf as deputy governor there. You suspended him. You suspended him for failing to declare his assets. And 2 months ago, he was ordered to be held in jail while awaiting trial for having unlawfully printed local currency worth tens of millions of US dollars. Did you know he was doing that?
Well, I didn't know you wanted to have an interview just to come out with outrageous statements. I mean, if that was
I'm confused. Was he not?
No. I thought you.
Hold on, has he not been held in jail? Is that wrong? Has he not been held in jail?
That is not true. That is not true. He was unjustifiably, illegally charged. But anyway,
so he was charged. I mean, that's your opinion. You're his mother. Obviously, you're not going to agree with the charges. I'm just asking you to comment on him being held for trial. You're saying that didn't happen. Please.
No, you're not. No. What you're trying to do is showmanship now. That's what you're trying to do. We don't need that. We need to have a civil exchange.
I'm very civil. I asked a very simple question. You accuse me of making up things. I haven't accused you of anything. I simply asked, your son has been ordered to be held in jail while awaiting trial for having unlawfully printed local currency worth tens of millions of dollars. What's your reaction to that? There's nothing uncivil about that question.
Look, our system requires that when we have a case.
My friend and brother, how you doing?
Liberian finish. They already said they will tell Judge what to do. Liberian finish, yo. You know, somebody posted on Facebook. Nana even posted. I think I'll share with you. There's this boy. I think he's a man. He's kind of local comedian. And I share with you. He said, you know what? Liberian can get better because all the Baba people, politicians, they're going small. But my didn't say alive. He said, most of you are gone. Alaji Kroma gone. You see, the next one probably will be Prince Josie. And he called some of their names. You know, but my brother, let me first and foremost invoke the presence of God for my life and for my protection. My State of the Union for myself, Army and myself, is very strong. So I'm grateful that we are here tonight again to do what we are good at doing. Mm-hmm. And you know, it be, like I said the last time, all of us, including our followers, they really enjoy the clips. Sometimes when they're not thinking about it, they will take it. You see, my brother, let us and toss it. You see how the old lady defended wrongdoing? What kind of skill set Robert Sirleaf carried to Liberia? What kind of skill set? Angela Macron, the former German Chancellor, is Ellie's best friend.
Yeah,
she didn't do that.
We'll discuss another time. But you know, this.
But they generally asking her real question, and she pass line.
Yeah.
So my man, just to answer your question, I'm all right, and I'm very sure we're going to have a interesting and fascinating
discussion
talking point tonight. Yeah, so let's get the ball rolling.
Okay.
What about you?
For me, I have been pretty much good. It's just that I've been going through a series of training, series of my job training. So that's the reason why we owe our audience an apology, and I want to apologize for us not coming on yesterday. So I apologize for that. But as I was sitting down during the weekend, some like telephone call I received from Isaac Doe. Isaac Doe was defending himself to me when I have not even said no what he's talking about. So I'll keep the ball to you.
Yeah, folks, tonight conversation is very interesting. Our society is ugly. And not a vacant land or somewhere we call a country that don't have people. It is not a land, it is a people. Spoon people went to Liberia. We will talk about that another night. And trying to defend evil. Maybe, philosopher says, anywhere you find smoke, there's a possible fire.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody is so humble, they are very humble, and they're really serious about what it says. But when they come outside, they do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Should we believe that kind of person?
No.
Isaac Doe has been on the Spoon Talk, and he's one of the guys that portray himself to be another fake chief feminist. Sometimes these people take irony or nomenclature that they don't have no understanding of it, philosophical understanding of it. They say George Weah is chief feminist or whatever you call it. Somebody who got women at heart or women issues, women advocates. But we don't see them acting in that manner. It was over 1 or 2 years he was not speaking to Joy Hawatero only because Joy Hawatero decided to do her job as vice president. Her people gave her Dr. title, followed by Dapana, chief, all that stuff. Joy gave her with Oma. How can Isaac Doe be on Spoon Network preaching all that good preaching he called it? His wedded wife is right here in America. He was here recent time and goes to Liberia and having illegal sex with somebody's daughter just because he's deputy minister and the people are poor. And he decided to openly and publicly abuse a person on the street. Ali, if he were not, either way we talk about it, it is wrong, considering what we got today, and considering the president that put himself in that position, but he do not correct because he got different girlfriend over there and the president his wife. But it's always a good thing to keep small integrity for yourself. You cannot look at white, you call it black, and look at black, you call it white. So what have Isaac Doe said to his wedded wife in America, his family, his children? I'm very sure he got a girl child or probably maybe girl children. What the president is waiting for to put Isaac Doe on administrative leave pending investigation. Why the president and his government have not come up with any further comment and punishment for the ambassador that was trying to cover up 7-year-old rape. Recent time we heard another 3 years who was raped. That's not woman business. That is another ritualistic killing. What appetite do you get from 3 years or 7 years old as a man? Grown up. But our country and our presidency, from the day the Liberian people voted in their majority during a runoff, and made Joshua president, it was that day we brought down our country below elementary standard among many nations of our world today. So this is a seed we planted, and that's what we got to reap it until we can make a change democratically come 2023. We're going to live with this. And that's why Joshua made mockery out of us every single day, especially those that live under his watch. Those that live under his watch. Can you imagine, according to Spoon people, their own admission, that all they talk about was football, but their team and the executive management team agreed not to publish it. But why are you recording in the first place if you're not publishing? Okay, we will publish it, but today is not the day for that. Under your watch, the thing you did for your lifetime, for your whole lifetime, as a footballer, Africa best, Europe best, and world best, under your watch, our national team cannot play in their home country because the football field not correct. Let me do it the Liberian way. No queen business inside. The football field not correct, yeah, my people. Jawia said the team yesterday, the Lone Star yesterday, according to Spoon Talk people, Stanton, the Lone Star yesterday is not the same Lone Star today. And they're asking why you say that, according to them. I will not know. This Lone Star right now is not having a lot of training. My majority are not playing abroad. But Mr. Weir, this is something you did for the rest of your life. How you managed to be Africa best, world best, Europe best and world best. Why now you put that into place? So that our Lone Star under your watch as a soccer account can be a better Lone Star. But anyway, it is difficult. Anything that is not done legally is not done at all. We get where Heston graduate, stopped to 11th grade according to him. He came to America, he finished college, we can't get the paper. But we still make him president. That's all we got. That's all we got. On the issue of Isaac Doe, Spoon Foundation, Spoon Talk, Spoon Group of companies, according to their CEO, he's off for now on the network. And you see, when Isaac Doe, who did not commit any crime so far, did not commit any offense, when they read chapter 13 in our book, actually I got a copy here, I got it. All of them came down on Isaac Doe. Another Isaac Doe, a certain deputy minister who is being paid by the Liberian people tax dollars, committed a crime. Okay? Because we saw the video. Committed a crime. He still enjoyed the confidence of the president, the CDC president, and he still enjoyed the leverage, the benefits, and the opportunity attached to being a deputy minister in Liberia. That's the country we got right now. The scene where you saw Ellen defending her children, George Weah is defending his inner cabinet members. You don't have to be minister proper alone. You're part of that inside CDC group. You're good. Eugene Fagon is not a regular sedition. He was somebody that was pulled over as a result of Facebook activism for the CDC. So that's why they took him out of it, because he was going too far. But the other guys, no, two of them will not get out. I don't care what they do. So, Mr. Kamara, back to you.
You know, for me, I am this whole issue of this evil guy, the whole issue is not about the rapists. It's not about this rapist. It is about Josh Monrovia. It is about our country. It is about protecting our females. Josh Monrovia, you are talking about chapter 13. Read chapter 11 from that book. Then you will know what Josh Monrovia did when he was much more younger. Then you will know it is not surprising to me that Josh Monrovia have not up to now put this guy on administrative leave yet or tried to fire him. It is not a surprise to me because Josh Monrovia did the same thing. When the man used to come from Europe, he used to bring gift. And I'm saying it according to that same book, chapter 11. Josh Monrovia used to sleep with little girls in the name of the ride his car. Sleep with little children. That is the man that our people make presidents. That is a buffoon. That is a political buffoon that the Liberian people trusted him so much. Make president. The rape cases in our country, the female, our sister and our sister and our mother and they are impinged every day. But you find out Josh Monrovia, I dare him for him to speak on any of those rape issues. What this guy, because Josh Monrovia, he is involved into the same act that other people are doing. Josh Monrovia, currently the man is loving to 25-year-old girl, 25-year-old young girl. Somebody will come to me to contact me, so that is natural love, natural way, natural love way. You're taking something that bigger than you. Because they have been coerced. So Josh Monrovia will not do anything to Isaac. He will not do anything. He will not even say port mouth. Spoon TV, at least Spoon TV try their possible best. They're taking off the air. But our Spoon, this evil guy should not appear on our network any time. Because this guy, any man you see brutalizing women, that man, it should not be surprising to you, that man saw his father doing it. That man saw his father beating on his mother, so that is the reason why he is practicing the same thing that his father did. So the man is not just doing it, but it is an inborn tendency. He cannot do that in the United States. After this guy brutalized the girl, his girlfriend. Only because he heard, this evil guy heard that the girl is loving to somebody serious. Oh, you get your wife. You marry in the United States.
You get your children.
Wife. You get your children. I don't have children. I don't have husband. So what's stopping me from going to go fetch for my husband so that he and myself can be able to make life? That was the reason why the evil guy beat on her girl. He take away the car that he gave to the girl. That is evil. That is barbaric. And I strongly believe that Josh Monrovia should take actions. But the reason why Josh Monrovia will not take action, because he himself, he is involved in a sin act. Because Josh Monrovia is involved in a sin act. For Isaac Doe to call me AB, you know, when the story came out, I never knew. Like I said, I have been busy. For Isaac Doe to call me to call me, to come to explain to me what happened and what did not happen, how they put a line on him. That was surprising to me. That was surprising. And I said to him, I will get back to you. But order for me to find out. You know, on this network, on this platform, when we hear something, we do our thorough investigations. The reason why that girl will not be able to come out, to be able to say that this man brutalized her, because the man will likely lose the job.
And she will be losing too because it's cash inducement.
So if you are not careful, that girl will be haunted by the seditious. That girl could possibly be harmed. Oh yes, that girl could possibly disappear in a thin air. That girl could possibly disappear in a thin air without anybody knowing. Back to you.
Yeah, I mean, the society, you know, I always tell people our society will not be better from the bottom. It has to and must be better from the top. We as a father and moms in the home, we don't expect the children to do things right when we are doing the opposite. Then who will provide direction? That's a bigger question. The reason our society continues to be the way it is because our leaders, past and current, they have not yet decided to make our society a better place. For typical example, we go back to small history, right? When Samuel Doe came and started treating Afro, majority of Liberians, including women, started treating Afro. They will cut their hair lower. When Turbo came to power, started wearing the French suit, they call it higher hat, from mat to mattresses. Liberian people started copying that too. When Charles Taylor King started calling executive marine, whatever you call it, Philip Billy, whatever that is, majority of the ministers and young people started doing the same thing. When Ellen Johnson started King and started to wear nice lappers and cross on over and the ECOWAS hatter, the women follow it. Today,
the Pro Bowl suit.
The Pro Bowl suit. You see Isaac in his Pro Bowl suit. Most Liberians now, men and women, want to identify with George Weah by wearing Pro Bowl suit. In fact, the coat suit, people that are selling coat suit in Liberia, they're not making much money now. Because majority of the people that in government that can afford cash, including the business people, they're wearing Pro Bowl suit with the exception of Unity Party chairman. With the exception of Unity Party chairman. I mean, with that, probably they ain't got size for him yet. I'm sorry, my people. But I'm saying this to say, my people, for our country to get better, we need to have a serious president. I don't really care whether it should be man or woman. We just need to have serious president. Somebody, practical-minded person. Ellen can't talk about culture. What you call culture? You caused this problem. How can you be fighting corruption when you are corrupt? When you are the source of corruption? How can you do that? You went against Darba for doing that. As a result, the military took over. You went against the military regime for political, economic, and social corruption. Then you become president as a result of 250,000 people death, according to media report. You do the same thing. Then you sit in your little corner and you want to remind George Weah about Christmas lights on the executive mansion ground when the people are hungry? Do you really have moral ground to critique any leader or anybody in our current government when you are King Kong, corruption King Kong, because you acted like a cat or baby my rat? If we were to compare monies that Ellen received, we're even talking about our mega budget, our mega national budget, and and compare it with what Ellen government did on the ground, it would be way far yonder. However, the government did some good stuff, living from war, where warring faction leaders that killed our people, all of our peace accords awarded them jobs. So in real time, they came to power as a result of killing Liberian people, and they looted our national coffers. But our disappointment right now is this other man is so useful. This man of our kind, this man that was born and raised from Crew country to Crew town and to Gibraltar. So majority of the young people say, okay, we got everything just where he will not give up eloquent speeches according to himself. But this man is our kind. He's our generational brother. Let's give it to him. Let us give it to him. Now we give it to that man because he said to us, even though many people say George Weah didn't promise us, that's not true. George Weah and the CDC promised the Liberian people. George Weah and the CDC told the Liberian people, we will fight corruption. We will bring war crime. And we'll make your life better. From the hands of the Congo people, unquote. How can George Weah be anti-corruption guy, but George Weah takes over power in less than 90 days? In less than 90 days, he had already started and completed more than halfway what we did not see George Weah doing for his 22 years of football career. How can you fight corruption? Then you get talk show crew here in America, Liberians, that goes to Liberia and sit down with George Weah at a hotel and lecture. Because their children in America saw them taking picture with president. I met with President Charles Taylor. I was still in high school. I was nobody. I shook his hand. But I didn't like the war that he declared on our people in Lofa County, that our people were the ones harboring rebels that had guns in their hands. Oh, just because I took picture with president, so the other people don't get food to eat, didn't even get security. They killed so many auditors. Our girls are being raped, and not because of women. It's not because of sexual appetite, but because of ritualistic behavior. Oh yeah, even if I don't meet with another president again, and I ill, at least as two-way president, we are took picture. You know what? American people say, you're sorry for me. Fuck that. If I find myself in the category of criticizing this man, John Brown or President Weah, and I was on board of the CDC, and I back off. I call myself in active sedition, and I get the opportunity to meet with Judge Weah one-on-one, and he asks me, I'm going to tell him, he said, Weah, you are leading wrong. And that's why I walk away from you. I'm not going to shy away from that. This is not what the CDC manifesto called for. We do not put $25 million in the back of an SUV and go divide the money to our crew brother in New Cretan. We don't do that. Mr. Weah, you cannot appoint somebody who has rape case in America as Minister of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Weah, you cannot make our United Nations seat, our permanent seat at the United Nations in New York, vacant for over 2 years. Mr. Weah, you need to address the issue of Zogo. These are the young people that voted for you. You need to deliver on the promises that we made to the Liberian people. People are suffering in this country. How many foreign investors do we have in Liberia? Mr. Weah don't care about those things. He said we spoon-talk people based on their own emission on their quote-unquote network. They have given more viewership with kangaroo stories, charade, stories that Liberians don't take no pride in because they got no benefit. They are the victims of their own actions. And that actions that the people of Liberia, especially the young people, took 2017, that action must be reversed. And the way to do it, my people, you are under our voice tonight. Don't feel reluctant. Don't feel tired. Don't feel disappointed. Go and vote 2023. Vote him out and vote all the representatives out on the CDC ticket. That's the way you can restore the dignity of yourself, the dignity of your children, the dignity of your family, and the dignity of our country. That's the way to do it. We experienced it here with Donald Trump. We put him out. We told Donald Trump we're going to come after you at the ballot box. I don't care what you do, we will vote you out. And my people, Liberian people, Joshua is trying to buy time and buy your sympathy. And that's why he's doing what he's doing now. This is the first trend. Many governments, many presidents will always run on their successes after that first trend coming to our end for the second trend. If we were to ask the CDC-led government today, what is your report card? How many foreign investment in Liberia right now? Everything about gasoline now going on Ukraine. It was on COVID-19. Finish taking it from COVID now, it's going to Ukraine now. How can the government sit down at the level of Minister of Foreign Affairs, at the level of Minister of Education, and allow Stanton to do their job? There is no problem for we the citizens to help. But hold a minute. There is a social contract in place. We surrender our political rights to that group of people headed by George Weah. If our people will be sent on foreign scholarship abroad and that country having trouble, they did it with Libya, and the government is not even able to evacuate our people, our citizens from that country, and they get stranded, you want to be government. Let's go United Nations, let them take over Liberia, put Liberia under trusteeship. Every single day and night, Liberia does not have any good story. We're not even looking at the big picture, but we are looking at me and myself. Just because I had the opportunity to take picture with President Weah, life is okay. Life is all right. How can country live from war from 2003? No light in the city. capital city. Then imagine, that's why when I see Ellen with that interview, let me tell you something again, AB, I can't give it to you back. If you can remember, True FM yesterday was a propaganda radio station doing alien regime. Small like today, big like tomorrow, eating our money, donors' money, and the small budget. They're eating it, they share it. Ben Sanvee was taking 24,000 US dollars a month. Poor country Liberia. We are carrying on political prosecution to go to by-election, even though we ain't got money. Election Commission has submitted over $1 million budget to replace Samuka. But this is a government that said they ain't got money. But they got money to replace Samuka because it's a political grant. You're checking. I finished doing my research already. You're checking all over the place here. I challenge you, our viewers. You're finding one presidential pardons that have condition. Only George Weah presidential pardons that have condition.
They are now calling it I don't know what kind of excuse, jail or excuse or whatsoever. But that is not. They are not calling it a presidential pardon.
They call it deferred sentence.
Yeah.
Deferred sentence. So the man was convicted, but the president pardoned him to see whether he will work along with Minister of Justice and Minister of Finance to stay pay what he was pardoned for. You go on Google, you go look there. Along the president invoke Article 59.
Yes.
If the president had just granted executive clemency or presidential forgiveness, that's a different story. As long as Article 59 will invoke according to legal minds. I'm not a lawyer. But my own life too, I've been inside small. So I get small experience. Only the president under the Constitution, 1986 Liberian Constitution, has the legal authority to do so. You either do it or you let it go. When you do it, you got to do it holistic. If you don't want to do it, Donald Trump pardon people, you plenty. People that were in jail, he pardoned them. Everything got restored and sealed. They done. All day in Liberia, former Senator Joseph Nangbe was elected for 9 years from Grand Crew, right? If I'm not mistaken, either Sando or Grand Crew. Seditious said he ain't got money to pay civil servant, but George Weah appointed Senator Nangbe, Joseph Nangbe, on the Supreme Court bench to replace the retired Philip Banks. So when they did a political work and removed Cabinet Journey, they brought in somebody from the same number or somewhere around the corner with the same kind of background to cover up. How can we get money? We successfully prosecuted Samuka for taking directive from his former boss because of political indifference. Even though we get money, but we need now to offer over $1 million to go and host by-election.
Which, of course, that does not make sense to me at all.
It don't make no sense to anybody. So now, what is the bigger picture? Are we brainstorming how can we provide investment for our country so our young people can get jobs? No, we ain't talking about that. We're not talking about that.
So
we get where Heston made president.
So like, you know, the Spoon TV, they went to Liberia. One of the things that were discussed with the whole Spoon crew, look, information does not hurt at all. Information does not hurt at all. You know, for those of you who are not informed, Ben Sanvee is about to replace Isaac Doe. Carry it to the bank, go and cash it. Ben Sanvee will be you saw on Spoon TV the past few days. Ben Sanvee will be replacing Avatoka. When he went to Liberia, along with the whole Spoon crew, that was one of the things that were put before him. And he said he needed to come to consult his wife, then go back. That the consultation the man is ongoing, currently has to speak. So for those of you who are not informed, for those of you who don't know, we know that in the entire Spoon crew, were the only persons that have, few of them that have sedition background. The rest, that's so ANC. The rest, so ANC. And that is the reason why sometimes we got to dig deeper. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, I told you from the beginning, our situation in Liberia is all about Army and myself. When I listen to my little brother Ben Sanvee, sometimes I just laugh. He bragged about this being a chairman for Liberty Party as the youngest person who ever got that position. But it is not too bad. However, what did he achieve? What did he achieve when he does not even have a bachelor up to now? What he been doing? What did he achieve? At the end of the day, you undermine your own political leader.
So Ben Sanvee does not have a bachelor up to now?
He going to school, that's what he told on Spoon Talk. I don't know him personally. I'm just using public records.
No, I gotta dig him. I gotta dig his
You need to dig it up. He pursued a bachelor degree. Okay? The man going to school in Syria. Ben Sanvee was in Liberia there as youth advisor to Charles Taylor. And he nicked him most recent time, making sham up. But CDC-led government, anybody can be somebody. How can your political leader travel abroad after election? You and your campaign chair and the deputy political leader, the vice presidential running mate, and go to George Weah CDC to negotiate Liberty Party support. So, you know, Ben Sanvee was initially appointed by George Weah because he supported the party, right? During the runoff. I don't remember he was appointed to some kind of board. I think NPA board, something like that. And I've not been able to go through the story, but they said there was some $48,000 issue that popped up. And he had kind of done some conversation about it on the Spoon Talk show, whether he did some payment plan or payment arrangement, whether he took care of that bill, I don't know. But that's the allegation. And according to Stanton, the president actually made reference to that money, including making reference to gold chain that he bought for Ben Sanvee, that what George Weah said. According to Spoon people, not serious people. Stanton said George Weah told Ben, say, you Ben, and you one of those that encourage me? Your foot necklace, your gold chain, and I may buy it for you. They said they agree not to play the recording or to what they call the video, but they also say everything on the clip. My people, you all take this or you all let it go. Okay? How can our president sit down with a group of people from America for 4 hours, 30 minutes discussing jewelry that he bought for somebody, I don't know how many years ago? Jewelry. That was Stanton said. That Joe Weah, our president, Liberian People president, told Ben Sanvee, the jury, your first jury, go cheat. And I may buy. You know why I let Nathaniel Magee be there? Because Nathaniel Magee was going to University of Liberia. He came to me for me to help him. I was let it be there. And he went to Eddie finish. I've never seen any less basic leader in my lifetime equal to George Weah. Eddie will all her nyamanyamati. Eddie will go to that office at the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I used to be there. 7:45, 8 o'clock, she will leave 9. Sometimes she will leave 10, 11 o'clock in the night. Then when they're ready, they support Eddie her. Joey ain't get it. But what's the difference? They got more men leaders across the globe than women leaders. Joey get fled behind. Eddie had fled behind her. Just read the president. Why he can't use it under influence her with the Arab people, with the French people, with the rest of the world, European people, so that our people can get help. Why he's not doing that? Then I see some people here and the other people were there that did that. That's the reason why the Liberian people decided in their majority not to vote for them. And they voted for George Weah. This is George Weah time to do better. To do better. This is simple managerial theory. That's the reasons why across the globe, companies change CEOs, managers, when you're not proceeding well. When it comes to political environment, we will change you when that time comes. So all we're saying, Liberian people, you all need to learn to vote right. Their popularity not cutting it any longer. And don't get frustrated. Do not get tired. We have to keep voting. If we get an opportunity, we got a muscle, we got a courage, we can even remove them before their time. Some people don't like to hear they want to carry war. It is not all the removal of president can result to war. No, not all. There's a book here that I read most of the times. Let me show it to you. If you say what kind of book business that your business, but I will show it to you. This is the book. Y'all see this? If you go on Amazon, you can find this. Y'all go there. Those of us saying what we're saying, we're not saying it because we want to say it. We know what we're talking about. And we can apply it because other countries apply it before. America that is powerful today, they didn't work 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. Okay? When John F. Kennedy appointed his brother Ted Kennedy as Attorney General of the United States, Congress passed a law that anybody you become president in this country, this great country, America, you will no longer have the opportunity to appoint your family members. Because Garfield Jackson was killed, was assassinated as a result of corruption. That brought in about executive civil servants that didn't carry to the blood. We don't even know their word about. To let go what Ellie did. To let go what Samuel Kayando did. To let go what Toba did. To let go what George Weah is doing right now in Nathaniel Magee. Their entire family in the government. And they all get paid. I know somebody want to talk about Donald Trump, right? That congressional enactment, if your family members can work, no problem. In non-confirmation position, no problem. But American government will not pay them. If you appoint them in any confirmation position, they will not be confirmed. And once they are not confirmed, they will not work. So since JFK did that appointment and Congress went to work and passed a law to let that go, nobody can do it. Donald Trump did it. He appointed his daughter to work with him, appointed his son-in-law, Jerry, what is that last name? Kishner, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
He comes from a Jewish background. He appointed him to work with him too, as someone an envoy to. He was mostly mediating between the Palestinian Authority and the state of Israel. That was it. In the Middle East. So, my people, we have to constantly, under the social contract theory, hold these people feet to the fire. By all means, because Article 1 of our Liberian Constitution, 1986, Article 1 says all power is inherent in the people. And when we, the people, our protection and our safety is not guaranteed, we can alter our leadership. We can alter it. If you don't want to hear that, advise them to do better. You are getting Zoko every single day.
I'm telling you.
Wherever they are living, they are producing. The same thing you're doing, they're doing the same thing. They go and inject people food, they go in local, they have sex, the same way you have sex. They get girlfriend, you see, they get pastor man, they're preaching.
Yeah.
So if anything happen in that city, you're going to have people coming from all over the place to participate in that violence. When you're ready, like brother going to war, no, we're not going to war. You're right about that. But there could be a civil disorder that could lead to possible potential violence in the city. Because the suffering is too much. And the whole city is dark. You said Metal Steel document was not good. But you are the same government, the old government gone. You said it didn't do good. You go and negotiate extension. The people did not follow the contract. How can you negotiate new when that one ain't yet? LEC is not producing what they're supposed to produce. But this Joey-led government, LEC contract ended since 2 years ago. They renewed the contract. When they kind of want to put the blame on the company management. No, the blame is on the government because they're always giving a kickback and they go for it. That's a problem.
You know, as for me, they're rapists. I call him rapists because he is far. Isaac Doe is a full-grown rapist. A man who can beat on his girlfriend and refuse to beat on his wife, that man is a rapist. That is the reason why Isaac Doe having this inborn tendency. People say, oh yeah, forget about it. No, not forget about it, because that is the man's true identity. Isaac Doe, I'm saying that Isaac Doe coming and other people say, oh, share your color. That one not between you and myself. That one is not between you and myself. But what I'm saying here tonight, President Weah need to stand up. But the reason why President Weah will not do so, it's just very simple. The reason is because President Weah is doing the same thing that Isaac Doe did. Beat on his wife, on his girlfriend, put bruises on her. Put bruises on her, but call his wife to apologize to his wife. Call his wife to apologize. His wife living right here in Minnesota.
Yeah, and was that day there?
His wife is living right here in Minnesota. So for some of you guys who does not understand the thing, the truth that we always giving you guys on the platform, you like it, you take it, yeah? You not like it, don't take it. It's not force. But what we are saying here tonight, the issue about Isaac Doe need to be sacked from his positions. Isaac Doe need to be fired. But the only reason that President we are now, I said read chapter 9 of that book. Read chapter 11. I said chapter 9, chapter 11. It talks about George when we are doing his 80 mandates. How that man was a rapist. So that's the reason why the president will not do nothing to him in the name of the man is the only man that promoting off on spoon. Really? But you know, the reason why Isaac Doe will let go free because of the government that we have. Because of the government that we have. Let Ben Sanvee go make a thousand, a good money. Look, if you were to ask me, I will tell you that let Ben Sanvee take that job, and Ben Sanvee will take it. The man already consented to the ANC political leader. Ben Sanvee will be the new, how do you call the position?
COS, Chief of Office Staff.
Yeah, Chief of Office
You know,
Staff.
AB, I told you, the thing about all these small things going on is majority of us do not want to work, do not want to earn earnest money.
I think so.
We want to earn political money, and we don't even do political work. What the Mobile doing there? What the Ben Sanvee going to do? Why is there for Liberty Party in the first place? Kumis is misdirected, but it is all about Army and myself. Ben Sanvee tired being in America helping his wife to take care of the children. When the woman leaves, he got to be calling the woman to ask where I can find it, where I can find it. That kind of man. And he said it on Spoon Talk.
Yeah.
I'm just quoting, you go to it. I don't need to call my girlfriend or my wife to know what I need to do for my child or children.
Be asking for
Okay.
the children at pen pass.
So, and you're going to get to the 500, 3,500 or 3,600 Alva was getting according to media report. I don't know who told them, maybe the Alva himself or maybe the Alexander B. Kumis told the media. That's why he was offering. We don't know. But the good news is, it's all about political makeup. Alva is part of the executive committee chat room of the ANC. According to Dr. Chinenye Richardson. Okay? And it was confirmed. If Alexander B. Kumis actually have fundamental problem with Alva writing his book, which is guaranteed under Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution, fundamental right, including what we got in the United States. The man is a U.S. citizen. He is protected, not just him, but the rest of the people. And moreover, Alva co-authored this book. Dr. Clark is the main author, who is a professor here, another Liberian man. Why did they talk about Dr. Clark? They only talk about Alva. ABC is not going to win the case anyway. And the whole situation is not about making Liberia a better place. It is about making Army and myself a better person by getting paid. I said it ever since. I said, look, Alva and the CDC judge will have some fundamental problems. I interacted with Alva in Philadelphia. But I didn't know he was that good. You know, he's a good guy in terms of the brain. They don't agree with him. Okay, Alva started to appear on Costa's show along with Larry and then the Spoon Talk, and bang! Alexander Kumis appointed him. Why? The first thing, ANC people, including those people that get a PhD, I appreciate their high academic work, but when it comes to discussing Liberian politics, they got no direction, most of them. They get lost. Somebody got to test them to say what they need to say. in real time, somebody got to pop up on Spoontor to rescue them in real time. So your PhD is good. It's a good academic credential in the classroom, not the thing that we were born in. How many political theory they're able to propound to suit the reality in Liberia? I challenge them. How can they interpret the theories, especially the necessity of government, propounded by Thomas Hobbes, to meet the realities of our country today? Why the government is going against the governed, when the idea of government was meant to protect the people, especially the vulnerable. So Ben Sanvee is going to take that position.
Yeah.
He's going to take it. How can something be more important than the state? The talk show crew went to Liberia. They know best what they went there for. However, they had unofficial visit with the president and other ministers of government at the top of the hotel, and that was not meant to be put out, even though they already put it as one way or the other. However, regular interview was scheduled, but they could not carry on that interview because Stanton left. So Stanton stayed in Liberia for only 6 days. Stanton left. How can somebody pay their way at least $1,500, multiplied by the number of people that went? Forget about the money they offer. They could stay in America and offer that money anyway. Okay? And they say they love their country so badly. They really want things to change around. The whole country is so dark. It's the darkest country, the darkest city on planet Earth. The dirtiest city on planet Earth. And they want the situation to change for the better. How can a single call become so important to come out of New Jersey? But let it go. It was family emergency. So you want to tell me Stanton Witherspoon, the CEO, Isaac Doe is already there. At that time, he had not had any problem like this. Abdullah, who is the only person so far I admire on the talk show because he has an insight when it comes to Liberian politics and even foreign affairs. All the people right over there. Kev Hassan, Joshua political brother, is right there. Dr. Chinwe Richardson is right there. Dr. P. Bali is right there. Tomolin Joy is still in Liberia. Ben Sanvee stay right there. That 8 people. So Stanton leave, then the interview cannot be conducted anymore. You answer the question. It's simple. I'm simply trying to tell you these people are not in the interest of the Liberian people. There is an ulterior motive. There is an ulterior motive on the part of the Spoontor leadership. It's not just about journalism. It's not just about advocacies. Something under it. And whatever you play in the darkness is going to show up one of these days. I don't think if Stanton had a family emergency and needed to return to New Jersey, out of 8 members, the production manager of the show lives right in Liberia, Emmanuel Koto, CKA Dr. Raw. So that 9. Good Day Flomo is right there. Damo is right there. And what's the other guy? Jose is right there. The rest of the people, everybody, they locally there. So if we have this country at heart, and we really want to see the situation change into a turnaround situation, and somebody is so humble, but they can't even clean the trash in Monrovia. Ben Sanvee going to take that position and go sit there and make your own money. But take it to the bank. They forgery case on Alexander B. Cummings. He's not going to survive it. Trust me. Because he wants Josh Weah job. And the prosecutor in this case is Josh Weah appointee, the Solicitor General.
That is the reason why the Ghana saying that they want to demonstrate. They want to demonstrate publicly.
If the ANC people, including George Weah and Alexander B. Cummings, have fundamental problem with Isaac or Alva Topa, why Alva Topa stay member of his political party, not ordinary member, because they say he joined when he became COS. He is a key political advisor to ABC in the chat room currently.
Keep your cock.
Why we can't fire him?
Keep your cock.
Oh, so you tell the person resign, get away, so they talk and finish. Go, I will call you back. In fact, I will say keep you on payroll anyway. I don't know which other political party in Liberia that paying their people. And I don't know any of them, including Unity Party. The chairman of the Unity Party is a Liberian businessman. So don't tell me who is that. And I didn't tell you on the platform Nathaniel Magay is a crewman. Nathaniel Magay is not a crewman. Joe Weah said he has special relationship with Nathaniel Magay. And you don't know the history of Nathaniel Magay. Nathaniel Magay was a founding member of LibWe, Liberians United for Winston Tubman, 2004. They used to have their meeting.
And you are member
right
of the MPP.
I come in right on the 3rd Street there. Opposite Greater Diamond, right around that corner. Winston Tubman did not have party. So 2004, 2005 election, Winston Tubman went to NDPL and gave them small money and took over the party. And became the standard bearer, which Nathaniel Magay was with him. NDPL, under Winston Tubman, did not win the election 2005. So 2011, they came up with the merger with CDC because that's Southeasterner stuff. St. George Weah was going to school because he said he didn't finish with high school. According to him, on the debate stage, he stopped to 11th grade. We all know that story. George Weah went down one step. 2011. I was not even in the country. You that there, then you should know it better than me. Went down one step as running mate to Winston Tubman. But they did not also win 2011. During the runoff, the boycott of the election, obviously, the political Machiavelli woman took it. And that's when her children or her children's friends and her best friend stole our money and looted our resources. If you give me the opportunity today, from all the way 1980, we start prosecuting people and confiscating illegal wealth. We will chase them all the way to New York. We will chase them to the Swiss bank. From 1980, we start prosecuting people from there all the way coming to Joe Weah time. That country got to be better. And the only way we're going to succeed to make that country a better place, the executive mansion got to have serious-minded person like Gerald Rowland. If we don't get that kind of person, no, it's not going to work. When Nathaniel Magay and Winston Tubman NDPL came to CDC, they divided the position between the two political parties. 2011, before they went into this married, not really married, but coalition with MPP and Ellis Tyler Party that brought the Congress for something you call it. So Nathaniel Magay ultimately became chairperson of the NDPL under Councillor Winston Tubman. When they came to the CDC, they divided it. He was the secretary, if I'm not mistaken, when Jerry Doe Sherry had some problem with CDC because we're more or less to Ellen's side on the business agenda. Nathaniel Magay took charge. He took charge. And after that, CDC won, vice chair was Moba Moru. So Nathaniel Magay now, with the executive mansion, managing George Weah, Moba Moru took over. They want to get Moru out, but it's not easy to get him because he's people-centered person. So Nathaniel Magay is not a crewman. But Nathaniel McGee have a special relationship with George Weah.
Yeah, man. Nathaniel McGee
And you
was
know
born-
what? It is
Nath-
not a bad idea. It
Nathaniel
is
McGee
all
was
over the
born in
world.
Bapolu. The man is a Bapolu guy.
Yeah. So the major of the chief of staff for the president, it is that person that's supposed to manage the president activities. If I don't trust you, you're not going to be near me. No, it's just real.
Okay.
I don't have no problem with that.
Okay. Let's keep the call
If
coming
I
out
don't
on
trust you,
215.
I'm not going to make you to be near me. I need to trust you.
Thank you.
That's just enough.
Let's keep the call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. Call here now and make your points, because this discussion, we need to make it interactive. We are say our own. You now call for you to be able to say yours. The line is now open on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. The number is also printed. The number is also up here. As you can see, the number is also here passing. So you can either call any one of them so that you can be heard. You know, this guy that they call Alexander B. Cummings, he missed opportunity. There were Alexander B. Cummings were closer to the presidency, if you ask me. But now he has gone far from it. This man have gone far from the presidency. And I don't think that he can even become. The man who contested 2017, a single seat he never won. Not even in the House of Senate, not even in the House of Representatives. His own time. No. That is the man today that is purchasing people senators, people representatives. Larry Yanko. Larry Yanko is a clear example. Larry Yanko went on Unity Party ticket and he won in Lima. After a certain time, Larry Yanko now is now a supporter of the ANC.
But what about the chairman? I think the chairman from Popolu, right? Is it Popolu?
Yeah, he's from Popolu. Anyway, keep your call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. That is the number to call. Yeah, I mean, the case for Alexander B. Cummings, that's the reason why they are talking about peaceful demonstration. That is the reason why they are calling for peaceful demonstration.
But what are they demonstrating for? For him not to go through trial or what?
No, they want to demonstrate. They're saying that because, the government want to infringe on them for their political leader to now run. And
okay. We provide security for them.
And you know that.
I would tell the government to provide the police, let them peacefully protest or march, whatever, assemble. We'll use the Constitution on them too. We'll use 17 on them. We'll do it like Serena Cephas. Article 17.
So
let me look for it right now so I can remind them.
Keep your call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. That is the number to call. We have said ours. It is your time for you to be able to call us and for you to be able to express yourself. Pastor Charles Aku is calling. Let me take Pastor Charles Aku. Pastor Charles, hold on.
AB, where you trying to get Pastor
Pastor
Ako?
Charles, go ahead.
Okay, you got him all right.
Hello?
I said thank you.
I'm doing good, Pastor.
Hello.
Yeah, Pastor Charles, I could go ahead.
I just want to.
His line is not good.
Your line is not good. Your line is breaking. Your line
Okay, I
is
think
very breaking.
let me just call
Hey,
back.
Jenny, shut it off and call back. That would be easier.
Yeah, that? All right, why?
So, ABC people are going to protest, right? That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
So let me read 15 and 17, okay? 1986 Constitution, ABC, be mindful. Georgia police, partisan police right around the corner. This is what they're going to use, okay? 15 said, every person shall have the right to freedom of expression, being fully responsible for the abuse thereof. This right shall not be curtailed, restricted, or enjoined by government, save during an emergency declared in accordance with this Constitution. Come to 17, right? Then 17 people hold on that. 17 says, all persons at all times in orderly and peaceful manner shall have the right to assemble and consult upon the common good, to instruct their representatives, to petition the government or other functionaries for the redress of grievances and association fully with others, or refuse to associate in political party, trade unions, and other organizations. Okay? So, you can do it though, but when the government want to mess with you, they will use 15 against 17. So, ABC, the best thing you can do is to plead guilty. So the president can pardon you, but just remember now, Samuka have been pardoned with condition. That's a political Machiavelli. Ellie is sitting there telling this boy what to do. Say, I told him to go to CDC, say he refused, and he didn't just refuse. He put watch behind it, he will suffer it. Pardon him with condition, so that he stay tied. He can't take that seat, number one. Number two, he will say be made to pay that money, or he stay outside the country. He's done. That's it. That's it. Because when you go to the Senate, you're not going to able him no more. Okay? So, let the people call.
Yeah,
Your call waiting. And share your thoughts. We are waiting for you.
You know, like you were saying, it will be very, very difficult for Mr. Arizona B. Cummings. Samuel is calling. Not take Samuel. Samuel, hold on.
But I hope our numbers are not giving problem though.
Samuel, how you doing?
How you guys doing there?
Yeah.
No problem. How you coming up?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, my brother. God is manning me according to the flow.
I just listened to you guys for a few minutes talking about Mr. Cummings and Ben Sanvee and their Spoon Talk organization or their Spoon Talk program. You see, some of us we knew that thing a long time ago. Spoon Talk was working for the government, and few other people figured it out, but people did not listen. Until the reality is kicking in. We can all see the work that Spoon Talk been doing for the government. They are reaping the reward today. That's why they're over 7 to 8 months I haven't been on Spoon Talk. You see, this is why we Liberian people, sometimes we have to stand our ground. When something is not good, it's not good, don't associate with it. Don't do crocodile eating. You're eating the thing, and then you're dying, you're crying, sorry, I don't want to eat you, but I'm hungry, I got no thoughts. That's what we do sometimes. So, Ben Sanvee becoming, how you call it, for Mr. Kumi, it's not a surprise. If some of you people surprised, some of us, we are not surprised today. We knew this was coming. When the Liberty Party issue started, listen to Ben, and then you will know that Ben had already been compromised from the Genesis. They sat right on that spoon talk, and they convinced, how you call it, Ben Sanvee, and they converted him. Because why is it they got rid of John Lobo on the show? Why do you think they got rid of certain people that used to appear on the show? And they kept only the people that would say, "All hail the king," every single time. So Ben Sanvee should not be a surprise. As for Mr. Cummings, we told the people from the beginning that they were destroying Mr. Cummings. They never believe it. Just so you know, Francis, do you know that Menipake Dome is a direct agent for Helen? Do you know he speaks to Helen and takes instructions for Helen every single time? If you don't know that today. Another thing you need to know is that the song you can hear the children singing in the day that what they heard the people singing in the night. Menipake Dome has revealed so many things. He can talk to them, but he doesn't have secret. I'm not sure that guy John decided or something. Before JMB could take office, what the guy was saying, or before even Yombly, when Yombly comes, there will be katakata, there will be noise in the CPP, and everything he predicted happened. And some other stuff down the line. Before JMB could come, I honor JMB, the CPP was split. I honor JMB, this was happening. And he talked and talked and talked and talked and talked, and it came to pass. Let me tell you guys, Menipake Dome is working directly for Helen. The same way Musa ability is directly on Wea to have dismantled the CPP. I have Menipake Dome is working directly on Cummings. But this is why you need to understand, my brother. Cummings will go through the same process what a guy named Bernie Samoka went through. Take this from me. I spoke to someone. Listen to Serena Stephens carefully. You see me when people talking, I listen to you and I just grab key words from your message. I don't take the whole sentence. There are certain things I listen to. Listen to Serena Stephens, and then you listen to Menipake Dome, and you listen to other people around the cases. They are doing these things to raise tension, and then the government will use it as a means to say, "Oh, let's just do this," because tomorrow, if it happens, we can use this as an excuse. That protest, and the Packet Dome talk about that protest a very long time ago. But you guys are not paying attention. A very long time ago, and the Packet Dome talk about that protest. And they've been planning it, and guess what? Recently, they had a press conference in red hats and T-shirt and stuff. And you know, the country is so hungry that even a crazy man now can go in Liberia and put people together, they will follow him. That's how Liberia has become now. People have become so jobless. People have become so easy to be manipulated. Even the mad person, if you can take someone from in America now with dementia, now no such person will follow. And that person go Liberia, they got money. Trust me, they will follow that person. So when the packet the way having people behind him to propagate his protest message, it's not a new thing. It's something that they've been saying. But people don't follow all these different shows and they don't listen to these guys when they're talking something. They say these things indirectly, they say in a conversation, and they wait for public reaction before implementation. And the same thing CDC can do. This is why we keep telling the people, when we are talking for rally, don't go there. Because this is the excuse that we will use. We had a number. If other people were not going to put their foot down, there's going election at the long run. And some of the Liberian people were not going to stay around the ballot boxes. I bet you CDC would have rigged that election and their excuse would have been, we had a number. So the Liberian people need to understand that are certain things happening, they need to pay key attention to and stop these things from happening because those same things tomorrow can be used as a weapon against them. So concerning Mr. Kumi's case, take this from me. From what I observe, from what I suspect, Cummings will be found guilty, and George Weah will pardon Cummings the same way he pardoned Bernie Samoka with condition. Like Francis said, but we don't know which of the condition it is going to be. But there will be a pardon, and our whole case will go down the drain. So you people need to understand, Mr. Cummings needs to stop. I want to say, if our Cummings came, I would have told him to stop wasting his money. Maybe. Because this guy has done a lot more political campaign. When the guy started, how many months, how many years now? And up to now, when they do opinion poll, he's in a distant third. Who advising Mr. Cummings? Why Mr. Cummings? You know, sometimes they say it's good to listen to the message from your enemy than the message from the people that follows you. Because only the people that are walking behind you can see your back. The people that are in front of you can never see your back, baby. Cummings need to understand this. Only opposition can tell him now what is not right. And he's not listening. And this is what I said. Mr. Cummings got the CDC bring and he part of a similar organization like the petition where they say the party mandate remains strong. The organization or the people that Mr. Cummings is working with, that mandate remains strong. So Mr. Cummings himself, he cannot do anything. And it is haunting him. He knows that. Mr. Cummings was just in power 2 days ago, according to him, speaking to young voters and bringing them over. You just, how you call it from that? They have opinion polls everywhere. He getting 6 votes, he getting 7 votes. But all the stealing, the killing we are doing, we are still getting more votes than you, Mr. Cummings. Why can't you understand that your strategy is not working? You need to understand it is not working. So, you guys, you know, sometimes if I had a talk show now, when I talk on Cummings issue, it'd be on a serious note. Because talking on Cummings issue is a sport meal. It would have been better you use their time and you're talking about the rape cases that are going on in that country. And the guy that cut a little boy tongue out, the lies that he put out yesterday. The other time he said he and the boy were kissing. Yesterday, he said the little boy and his friends harass him or attack him to take his phone. And he and the little boy left on the ground. The little boy took him. He took the little boy that had the little boy talking outside and he bit the tongue. Y'all look at that guy and y'all look at that little boy. Okay? Like, we all live in Liberia. We all grew up in Liberia. Can that little boy attack that boy and beat him? But these are some of the things we need to be talking about, AB. Because that guy on the lie, there's no change behind it. He can lie just like Cummings.
Thank you.
He can lie just like Cummings because Cummings says CPP document never exists. So the two of them, they need to go for lying competition and then we'll get who the winner is. So my brother, I look for something cool to talk about.
Thank you.
Cummings that Christmas chicken, he just waiting for Christmas Day to die. They never really get attack on him. You shouldn't waste our time on Cummings and how you call it, Spunto, and are already working for government. Cummings physician will tell you Spunto not working for government, my brother.
Thank you.
Y'all take care then.
Pastor Charles Akos, go ahead.
Thank you, Abraham. Thank you, sir, very much. Brother Francis, thank you as well. How are you guys? And this is what I want to say in a very short time. I want to start with a question to the brother Francis, if you will hear me, or Brother Abraham can answer it. My question would be, Abraham, you are a creature of God. Since you were born onto the earth, can you recall or remember any time in your life that God, who is your creator, ever lied to you before?
No.
Okay. He's a God that does not lie. Whenever he speaks, it will always come to pass because he's a God. I will lie to you, Abraham, I'm going to do this for you tomorrow, or I give you all the assurance, I'm a human, and I'm going to bring out another excuse. God does not bring out an excuse when he had no plan to speak it. Everything that you see happening today in Liberia, and that is happening now, you're going to see more to happen, because God has said it. He, God, will deliver Liberia, whether you and I like it or not. Before he delivers Liberia, he will show Charles Aku to Liberian people. Charles Aku will call himself pastor, and he will have evil mind against his fellow Liberians and against his country for his own pocket gain, for his own selfish gain, for his own selfish interest. But he will use God's name, and God said, my name is holy, thou shalt not use my name in vain. And when Charles Aku uses God's name in vain, God says he, God, the creator, will reveal Charles Aku to the Liberian people. What you are seeing today, the spoon talk, other political parties and every advocate and saying, oh, I want a better Liberia, we want a better Liberia. Lies here, some part of lies here, if you were to follow my post, it was just plain and clear. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 10 to 16. He said, I, God, will reveal and redeem every evil Liberians, active, evil Liberian, secret play against Liberia and Liberian. If Abraham, the top show hoax, if he is one of those people, Abraham's show will be revealed to the Liberian people before election time. Then Liberian people will know who are the real patriotic Liberians. I watch this show, this different show, and I see people going for the pride and pretending to the children of God like the children of God they are all stupid because the man who created them, he is a stupid person, so that's why he has made stupid Liberians. So we who are the agent of the devil, we will say that there is no God, and the children of Liberians, suffering Liberians, are dumb. So whenever we manipulate them, psychologize and lie to them, they will follow us. You see, more coming. When Spunto left from here to go Liberia, it was one of the revelations that God had given me, that every evil plan against the children of God, God, will reveal it to the Liberian people before election time. So when Spunto left from here, it was just a time for Liberian people to see and be shown to the Liberian people what Spunto stands for. So God pulled them from America, took them to Liberia, and put them on a high platform for the Liberian people to see these are the deceitful ones. They're playing games. But listen, God is about to deliver Liberia. Whether Abraham like it, whether again they will play, God is the creator of Liberians. It's not Charles Aku, it's not Abraham, it's nobody, it's not Joseph Walker, it's not Alexander Cumming, it's God the creator. God is about to deliver Liberia. So more coming. The only thing I can caution every one of us on your show tonight, if you want to play around, stop. Go to the Toys R Us store, buy some toys, put it in your house and play with it. Do not play with God's children and do not play with God's name and add your advocate for your own pocket game, because God will expose you. You see my brother, you see what a brother mean, or Doe, they were there defending. My brother Tommy George and Ben Sanvee, they on the show, they would say like, oh, what better Liberia? No. God, everyone be careful, as well you and every other talk show and every advocate, down to Charles Aku. If we are not careful, God will disgrace us before election time, and He will deliver us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. On that note, my brother, that's how we'd like to come to the very, very end of the magnificent Abraka talk show. Here we bring you facts. So, my friend and brother, back to you.
Yeah, I want to take this time to do my small commercial, but before I go to that, I want to say something so that our audience can understand me very well. First and foremost, I want to say to everybody that have been calling me regarding immigration issue, regarding life insurance, visa application, and everything, I want to say thank you plenty. The fact that you have been taking your precious time to call me, it motivates me more to do what I do every day. However, the KMC that I'm we are running does not have a basket of American visa sitting not to give it out. If you are a Liberian and you are in America or you are in Liberia, I want you to get this very clear, maybe other part of the world. We are basically a messenger. We are doing messenger service because immigration people, where many people don't know how to do it, and you are not really required to go to a lawyer. If you go to a lawyer, it is not a bad idea, but they will charge you more money. So since we are immigrants and we too went through this, that is my commitment. So that other people that don't understand these people, where I say, okay, Mr. Government, I want to do this, and this is my people. Locally, if you can improve it, then I can start to do it, okay? So we are doing messenger service in Liberia. We call it middleman, but this middleman is not the one you got in Liberia. Johnson Street, buy your own thing. No, we are legally established to do what we are doing. Okay, there are certain things we have to even do some testing on it and pass it before we even talk about it on this platform. So again, I want to tell you, if you have immigration issue that you need to send for your family members, it could be wife, it could be husband, it could be children, it could be parents, call on us. If you have no contested divorce, you and somebody came to America, it's not working out, the relationship not working, no need to get into battle. You already know this country the way you're looking. A bittersweet country. No need for battle. If you need another person, call on us. We call it not contested or uncontested, depending the state you live in. And the good thing about us is you don't really need to see, we can talk it out on the phone. Consultations stay free and going to remain free. Trust me. And pretty soon we're going to announce a website where you're going to be going in real time to reduce your call time with me. You can go on our website and actually see what we are doing in real time. Then you can only call now, maybe 5-15 minutes, we're done. Okay. So you can sit where you are and commission or do the work for you. If he's somebody here, there's somebody in Liberia you're talking to, or you're talking to somebody in Germany, or you're talking to somebody in Norway, or you're talking to somebody in Great Britain, and you are already visited and you are U.S. citizen for sure, you qualify. The 24 months requirement to meet with that person and the citizenship requirement, you qualify already. So you talk to her, you don't know how to do it, you don't want to go to a lawyer because they're going to charge you 3 times the price. You talk to us, we help you out. It's not going to be free, but you will pay small money. Small money we pay. You will always have to pay the government money before you think about paying our money. And both got to be paid together. You pay the government money together with our fees because we don't do it free. We have to mail it for you. You got to sit down and put time into your paperwork to do it. So immigration issues, not to go to court. We don't go to court. We're not lawyer. We don't go to court. We do paperwork for you. We do the process for you. I want you to get it straight. And we're not connecting anybody too. Please, we're not doing connection yet. If you want to do connection, you got to go to IMB, International Marriage Bureau. They are organized and established legally to do that, to connect people around the world. You can go online and search or Google search singles. You can also go online and Google search match. Okay, these are another form of social media kind of website that connect people around the world. Okay, we are not doing that. We are dealing with real human beings. We're not dealing with pictures. Real human being in real time. I want something for my mom. What can I do? We tell you what to do. And that talking point is free. Okay? It is free. If immigration say your birth certificate delayed too long, we need this, we need that, call on us. We'll help you out. Trust me. We'll help you out. We've been doing it for a little while now. We just coming public now. We've been doing this for over 5 years. We just coming public. We know what we're doing. Okay? So we're not doing connection. We're not connecting people to be boyfriend, girlfriend, or to be husband, or to come visit. No. We're not doing that. Anybody you want to come here on visiting visa or you want to come on fiancé visa, the person you're talking with, they got to get us their information, your information. We follow the law and submit it on your behalf and give you a copy. You go to the interview whenever that interview is scheduled. We do not guarantee that the embassy, United States Embassy in Liberia or in Germany, in London, that will give you visa. But what we will do, we follow the law and submit it. And you go and defend yourself there. That's what we're doing. So again, we appreciate you a lot. The telephone numbers are the same. And I want to call it again tonight. It's very slow. 701 620 7009. 701 620 7009. 267 648 8012. 267 648 8012. Again, our name is KMC. KMC stands for Kangoma Multi Services Consulting. If you are in the Granville area, in the Fargo area, I'm right around the corner here. If you get child care issue, if you get social services issue, the people keep rejecting your paperwork. They say you're not qualified, you make too much money, you do this, you got to do that, you got to do that. We're not charging for that. Just call me. I will come and walk you through how to do it. Every single benefit in America is tied to your income and your family size. Try to understand that. Okay? We don't manufacture any information. We try to work through you to make sure we follow the guidelines. Okay? We'll come and sit down with you. If you want to come sit down with us, we got everything we need. We got it right here where I sit. Everything. Can do your paperwork here. We can get it downloaded. We can get it printed. And in real time, we can send it to the people we're supposed to send it to. For child care, social services, anything like that. We're not charging anything. Consultation is free. Do your paperwork is free because me too, I get children. I got 3 girls, 3 beautiful girls, okay? With 1 boy. So I know what it is to pay from your pocket. I know it. You don't got to tell me. I know it. Call on us. We will help you so that you can help yourself and help your family, okay? We are doing certain things too, but that one I need to talk about it. My workload is already big, so I stop it right there. I'm not trying to stop my blessing, but I want to be efficient. And at the same time, I want to do things on time and produce a quality product.
The number again.
The number again, 267 648 8012. 267 648 8012. 701 620 7009. 701 620 7009. I want to say tonight, we clocking. You see my brother tonight, he's looking a little bit tired. But this one is our own voluntary commitment. You see, we send money through Money Grant and Western Union, we do the same thing. We come and sit and do this. I get on the other computer to do my part-time because I signed up to do that. I have to make report to the government every end of the year, December, that my fiscal year there. So this is an immigrant business. You, the immigrants, you got to promote this business. This is America. By the way, y'all listen to Joe Biden today, right? Joe delivered the State of the Union address tonight. The State of the Union, he said, is very strong, but it's not super strong. It's getting stronger. You know? And by the time Joe Biden got through, the Republican came with their response. They think Liberian People can sit down for 1 or 2 months before they can. Y'all know who gave the Republican response tonight? That the governor of Iowa. She gave the Republican response. I enjoy the people politics. That's what I did for a living, but I'm not doing that for a living right now. This one is free, okay? So we can provide analysis here on we go. So my people, I want to say again on behalf of our platform, my CEO and I, and the rest of the people behind the scene that supporting us, especially in our Abraka chat room. We're not gossiping. We're not receiving text messages to talk. We just come here, we do what we need to do our research, and we talk. Maybe sometimes we might miss talk too, because we are not perfect people. We're trying to just keep progressing by learning from our past and setting the page for tomorrow so that we can do better. So I want to say thank you plenty. I know only 2 people called tonight, but we still appreciate it though, because the number went up to almost 300. And by the time we hit tomorrow morning, probably will be more than 2,000, 3,000. And we're not, this is not a platform where, we want to push our viewership. Nobody giving you anything. We're not looking for Facebook store. If they come to us, we accept them. We're not looking for YouTube. We're doing this so that Liberia can be a better place. So we can stop doing those things that we did yesterday that got us to where we are. America continue to correct their politics and their policies. And we live right here. Government official criticize policy that is not good. And many days, many nights, Congress have taken decisions, and they continue to take decisions. We need to do that. Thank you. Thank you plenty.
That was the voice of one of the strongest men. He is called Francis. Francis, thank you. Thank you plenty.
Thank you, my brother.
Let me say thank you to all of you guys that came on to watch us, to listen to us. Although some of you guys said some derogatory statements, well, we will take it with a grain of salt. For us, for me and Francis, we can't get vets. Other people will get vets, they will block you. We can't get vets. If you read derogatory statements, we will improve on me. But what we would not do, we would not block anyone here on the talk show.
No, we're not blocking you.
All right? So you like it.
But if the here, you can't honor our post, you watching or then you describing or eat all kind of nyama, and you can't leave. You enjoyed it.
That is correct. So let me tell you, thank you well for our YouTube subscribers.
I forgot about that. I always forget it, and I need to get used to that.
If you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, it's called Mzee Abraham, and then you will get notification moment will start. You will get the notifications right when we start. So, and our other 3 platforms, they are all great. They are all coming on fine. But we're just motivating you, our listeners and our subscribers on Facebook. If the viewer that we get it on Facebook, if we can get our same viewer on YouTube, if we can get our same subscriber on YouTube, we'll be good. But thank you, and have a God bless day. Thank you.
Amen.